You've probably been there. You say something you instantly regret, or your whole day falls apart because of one careless comment. But here's something that might surprise you. No emotion lasts longer than 90 seconds, unless you keep feeding it. This isn't a motivational slogan, it's neuroscience. According to Dr. Jill Bolt-Taylor, every emotion triggers a chemical reaction in the body that lasts about 90 seconds. After that, if you're still angry, sad, or anxious, it's no longer the emotion itself. It's your mind keeping it alive by replaying the story. You're not stuck in your feelings. You're stuck in the thoughts that keep them going. So the next time a wave of emotion hits, pause, breathe. Tell yourself, just 90 seconds if I let it go. Because once you understand this, you'll stop being ruled by your emotions and start reclaiming your peace. Imagine this. You're in traffic. Someone cuts you off out of nowhere. Instantly, your heart races, your chest tightens, your face burns. That surge, that's anger, right? But what if I told you that anger, it leaves your body in just 90 seconds, seriously. Dr. Jill Bolt-Taylor, a Harvard-trained neuroscientist, discovered this while recovering from a massive stroke. In the process of observing her own brain, she uncovered a powerful truth. When an emotion is triggered, your body releases a cascade of stress chemicals. Adrenaline, cortisol, and others flood your system, but only for 90 seconds. After that, chemicals disappear. The emotion is physically gone. So why do we stay angry for hours? Why do we cry ourselves to sleep over something small? Because we feed the emotion with thoughts. We replay the story. We add meaning. We stir the pot. She had no right to say that. This always happens to me. I should have done something. Boom. The emotional loop starts again, not from the event, but from your mind. But here's the breakthrough. You don't have to fight the feeling. Just breathe, observe, let it rise and fall. Count to 90. Don't label it. Don't resist it. Let the wave move through you like weather through the sky. And in doing so, you reclaim power. You're no longer a prisoner of your emotional storms. You're the sky they pass through. So next time a strong feeling grips you, try this. Feel it fully for 90 seconds. Then let it go. Because if you are not your emotions, what else might you be? Life rarely unfolds the way we planned. You expected a raise, but were met with silence. You reached out for love and were met with distance. You dreamed of success and ran into setback after setback. It hurts. Of course it does. But here's the truth. Disappointment doesn't come from what happens. It comes from the gap between what we expected and what actually arrived. And in that gap, we have a choice. This is where cognitive reframing becomes your superpower. Instead of saying, I failed, say, this is feedback for version 2.0 of me. You're not ignoring reality. You're not sugarcoating the pain. You're choosing a lens that helps you grow instead of shrink. Because one lens leads to collapse, resentment, and self-doubt. The other, it builds wisdom, strength, and the courage to begin again, better equipped. So when life disappoints you, pause. Reframe, and remember, you're not at the end, you're just in the edit. You wouldn't wait until your house is on fire to go shopping for a smoke detector. So why wait until you're drowning in emotional chaos to figure out how to cope? Resilience isn't built in the middle of the storm. It's built before the clouds even gather. That's why you need an emotional first aid kit, ready and waiting before crisis strikes. Here's how to build one. Identify your most common emotional wounds. Is it anxiety, self-doubt, loneliness, rage? Name it. Awareness is your first tool. Pick one physical action that grounds you. Jumping jacks, deep breathing, a cold splash of water. Move your body to move your mind. Choose a sensory anchor. Lavender oil. Your favorite playlist. A stress ball. Something small but soothing. Craft a mantra. Something simple and powerful. I've survived worse. I'll survive this. This feeling is temporary. I am not. Identify one human connection. Someone who listens without fixing. Someone safe. Put them on speed dial, not just for emergencies, but for reminders that you're not alone. Think of this kit as your emotional armor. You're not weak for needing it. You're wise for preparing it. Because healing isn't passive, it's proactive, and you deserve to be ready. Ever tried not to think about something and ended up obsessing even more? That's called rumination. It's when your mind loops endlessly on something without solving it. The antidote isn't suppression, it's pattern interruption. Try the 5-3-1 technique. Name 5 things you can see. Move to a different location. Do 3 minutes of brain work, like counting backward from 100 by sevens. Take one action, even tiny. Your mind needs direction. Give it one. The spotlight isn't on you. We all think people notice our every flaw. Your mismatched socks, that awkward joke, the typo in your text. But guess what? They're too busy worrying about their own mismatched socks and awkward jokes. This is the spotlight effect. The false belief that everyone's watching us. Let it go. No one remembers that thing you said in 7th grade. Not even your 7th grade teacher. Liberation starts when you realize most judgment is coming from inside your head. Your new inner voice, third-person self-talk. Imagine your best friend just failed. What would you say? You're a mess. You're hopeless. No way. But that's how we talk to ourselves. Here's the fix. Use third-person self-talk. Instead of I can't handle this, say, Sarah has handled worse. She's resourceful. This shifts your brain into advisor mode. You gain emotional distance and wisdom. You become your own coach, not your own critic. Why positive thinking alone fails? You visualize your dream body, your dream job, your dream life. But weeks later, you're stuck in the same rut. Why? Because visualizing success without anticipating obstacles is like printing a map with no roads. Psychologists call this mental contrasting. Visualize your goal, identify your biggest likely obstacle, create an if-then plan. If I feel tired after work, I'll do 10 minutes of walking instead of skipping entirely. Hope, strategy, movement. Grow stronger, under stress, anti-fragility. Some systems break under stress, others endure. But a rare few, they grow stronger because of it. That's anti-fragility, a term by philosopher Nassim Taleb. Think about muscles. They need resistance to grow. Your mind is no different. To build anti-fragility, take cold showers. Skip comfort once a week. Start the conversation you're scared of. Create backup systems in life. Life won't get easier, but you'll get stronger. Not in spite of the stress, but because of it. How to survive the long storm, the Stockdale Paradox. Admiral Jim Stockdale survived 7+ years as a POW. How? You must never confuse faith that you will prevail with the discipline to confront the most brutal facts of your current reality. In hard times, blind optimism will break your heart, but cold despair will break your will. The Stockdale Paradox is the razor's edge between truth and hope. Repeat this. I don't know how long this will last, but I will outlast it. That's the paradox that saves people. That's the paradox that saved him. The system that keeps you standing. You don't rise to the level of your motivation. You fall to the level of your systems. Let's build your personal resilience system. Regulate your body. Practice 4 to 7, 8 breathing daily. Frame your thoughts. Use third-person talk plus reframing. Anchor your habits. Use if-then planning plus emotional kits. Stay socially rooted. Text 3 friends weekly. This isn't about being strong all the time. It's about having tools that catch you when you fall. And when you fall less often, you rise more often. You are not broken. You're just missing the manual. And now you have it. You're not meant to avoid storms. You're meant to learn how to dance in the rain. One breath, one reframed thought, one emotional toolkit. You don't need to change everything overnight. Just pick one tool from today, practice it for 1 week. Then add another, because resilience isn't a personality. It's a practice. If this resonated with you, hit subscribe, like, and comment below. Which of the 10 tools will you start with?